Merry meet Pisces. It's the witching hour. My name's Michelle and I'm a witch, proprietress of The Mystic Smuggler. I am shuffling your cards for your reading for the energy of November 2020. It is relevant for you whenever you come upon it or revisit it. This reading is for Pisces of all types, all Pisces energies, no matter what the placement is in your chart, and it's also for cross watchers. And I suggest you view this reading as your very own reading and take the messages as they come that way. This reading will cover the areas of love, security, and freedom, and you will receive an overall message from Spirit and a blessing message at the end. At the bottom of the deck for our Spirit message card, we have the Underworld. This is dealing with our deep shadow self, our human error. It's destined. It's destined. So if it's here, it's okay. And the card Spirit wants us to really focus on is the lady, nurturing feminine energy, the motherly part of our souls and our hearts. And you're having to look down deep into your emotional shadows. I'm using Pagan Ways Tarot, and I've split it up to focus on the areas of love, security, and freedom. So love is all your relationships. It is you in the center, and all the types of love you receive in this material world are from Spirit, yourself, romantic love, family, animals, and nature. Those are all the sources of love for you to experience tangibly in this world. And also to experience divine inspiration in creating love in its physical form through you. That popped out. I want to use that, but I think it's going to be on the bottom. Oh, it's two. Let's see. Princess of Cups and Three of Cups. So you have, this could be a person younger than you that's a Scorpio or other water sign, or it could be your inner feelings. You have much to celebrate is what I'm feeling, Pisces. You have much to celebrate about yourself, about the love you offer and give. Here officially is the card, King of Cups. Emotional maturity. That's what it's all about. You focusing on the darker aspects of your heart and the feelings you've kept down in the bottom of the cauldron of your soul is what's being brought to the surface, and you're going to have emotional support from soulmates, members of your soul member family who are going to help and support you and love you unconditionally through this self-examination that's not going to feel like navel-gazing or intense. It's going to feel loving and nurturing and healing is what it's going to feel like. A baby. So this is about the inner child for sure, because we had that. Where was that? Underneath these two. Sorry. We had the underworld and the lady. So this is about mothering, love from your mother, the nurturing part of you, regardless of your gender, the other maturity. There's emotional maturity and emotional nurturing, as if you were being reborn and you remembering how you were loved as a baby. This could also mean that you have a child in your life or a young person who needs an example of your kind of love. Love is patient, love is kind, etc. It doesn't mean we have to cater to a religious perspective of what love really is. But just know that any kind of spiritual path should be telling you that love is the only thing that's real. Love is what God is. Love is what spirit is, the very essence of God and spirit. And if you think you can't have strength through love, you got another thing coming, because I just keep getting Harry Potter. Like, if your mother gave you a mature, mother and father possibly gave you a mature love that was self-sacrificing, put you first, loved you with strength, you felt the strength because of their love, you felt whole, you felt as a child and growing up in this nurturing kind of love, and you know the difference it makes, and you feel, to me now, like, how do I continue that? Did I internalize that enough to, how do I give that to myself? You're learning that. That's what's coming up right now. You already know this, and this is what you feel. You're nurturing your inner child. And there's also like a father who's maybe younger than the mother, or who hasn't been a parent as long as the mother. There's a dynamic like that in there. Definitely a parental, familial love that's coming around. You going to visit parents and a family where you feel the love is nurturing and kind, but maybe one isn't as experienced at expressing it than the other, but yet they're both mature. It's like the lesser of two great things. Instead of the lesser of two evils, it's just the lesser of a good thing. And for our card in security, we have Knight of Pentacles. So it seems as though whatever your life calling is, you have to be practical about it. Apply your own self-love to it, and know that you're going to have to be patient with yourself. And the reward of love takes time to unfold. It's not flash in the pan. It's not just about how you feel. It's about how it changes your life. And that takes time. That's like how Rome wasn't built in a day. Inside yourself, this internal love is not built in one day. But you might get a very good example of it in one day. Okay? And it might change and steer your course in a better direction than from where you were coming. And at the bottom of that is Samhain. See the end. There's the end of something. This is the Princess of Pentacles. But this is the energy of Samhain. See how you can't judge a book by its cover, because this one is more mature than this one. The younger person is more mature than the older one. There is a lot of internalized emotional maturity here. There is the Cauldron. She's working with the shadow and starlight. So this isn't a bad thing, and the moonlight is coming down as well, and she's crafting something. She is examining herself. She's looking without judgment. This is what you do. You look without judgment, or this is what you're learning how to do, Pisces. And I think it's like this one certain event that kind of turns your perspective into a different direction and moves you forward in a different direction than you thought you were going to be going. It feels like amazingly true, though. Amazingly positive and beneficial for you. I just feel like you're being set on the best path for you. The right path for you is the best one. That was specific from Spirit. The right path is the best path. You will be shown what the right path is by how it feels. And it's a feeling that will carry on long term. And that's what you're learning to internalize. Is this a long-term feeling of love? That's boring. That's going to take too long. It's not very exciting. but it's what you need to internalize. Is it flash in the pan? Is it all chemistry? Is it all fun? Is it all love and laughter? And you think every day is going to be that way, this pinnacle of height of emotion. And you're coming to learn that there's a balance. And just because it feels slow doesn't mean it's the wrong path. This is the right path. It's the right path, and it's the one for you. Clarity we have is hope. This is what to fix your mind upon, is to fix your mind upon what's right for you. And because if you're lacking in any degree of self-love, Spirit's going to bring you the right one, the right example of love, whether it be a family, a group. I'm not getting work situation, but I feel like your emotions are being reset and set in the right way. Like if you had a broken leg and it was reset and it takes a while to heal, you're being healed. You're being healed. And just because it doesn't feel good all the time doesn't mean it's not the right path. It's more about looking at human error and distinguishing the difference between human error and toxic behavior. You apply forgiveness to human error. You apply a boundary to toxic behavior. You are not required to forgive consistent, chronic, toxic behavior. And you speak to the behavior, not the person. There's no need for condemnation of the person. You can keep those feelings to yourself and go, wow, that person's just a friggin' asshole. They just really are. I hate them. I can't believe. Those are your feelings, but when you communicate it, address the person about their behavior and say, when you do this thing, it hurts me and I'm tired of it and I'm done. That's the boundary. I'm going to love you from a distance. Sorry, but not sorry. I have to protect myself. I don't think this is a healthy kind of love that you're giving me. I really don't. I'm sorry. I know you love me, but I don't like the way you show it. This behavior really hurts me, and that's what I'm keeping at a distance. Okay? I love you, but I'm keeping the behavior away. And I'll let you know when I'm ready. So don't ask. It might have to be that firm. Or those are the words you're feeling you want to say inside. And you're worried about whether or not you really can in person. You're going to be able to. Somebody's going to show you and give you help with that. Someone also simultaneously is going to be giving you hope for your future. And that's here in these cards. I just really feel that. They're going to give you hope about what you're called to do in this world, what you do in this world, your calling. They're going to give you hope. It's going to take time. You're going to know this. You're going to be patient with it because there's no other way to go about it. You're going to learn and start to internalize that things don't happen. Nothing worthwhile happens overnight. It can feel that it comes upon you suddenly or whatever. You might make the mistake of thinking, oh, it's always going to feel this way. It's going to be wonderful. But Spirit's giving you an insight to say, here's the reality of things. And yes, it can come and it most certainly can feel wonderful. And you're going to revisit those feelings all the time. And you're also going to feel the practical pains of what it is to nurture that, to nurture within yourself, to nurture that calling within you. And here we have the Knight of Wands, the one that wants to take off. You want to take off running. So you might get the practical advice that says, take your time, but you don't want to sit around and be told to hurry up and wait. Okay? That's the card. But here is the card of waiting. But in the meantime, who says you can't keep the fires burning and keep the passion alive as you wait for it to come in and you go out to meet it? You go out to meet it, but don't get too far ahead of yourself, is what these cards are saying. That's the interpreted message. I am not giving you advice. I don't do that. I just don't feel that it's ethical for me to give people advice, tell them what to do. That's the interpretation of the message of the cards. It's your choice. it's your choice. And I feel like when you feel the energy of it being your choice, that's when you feel more empowered and you go out to meet your calling. And there are people who are jealous of that. You might feel jealous of people who have been at their calling for a long time. Why can't I have it that fast? Why didn't I have that kind of financial security growing up? Why can't, so your jealousy might be conflicting with the process, but I'm feeling very strongly through spirit that jealousy is part of the lesson to be learned. It's going to help you understand and become aware of where you sabotage yourself. Jealousy can be used as motivation, but not against the people that you're jealous of. Instead, it's like, look how far I've come. And I wasn't patient with myself, and I wasn't patient with the process. And it makes me feel jealous of others. It doesn't change a damn thing. Obviously, it was meant to take a while. And so that's how I'm going to approach it. I'm just going to enjoy it. The process could be enjoyed much more if you take your jealous feelings, accept them, and love yourself unconditionally with it, and put them towards your life path, your freedom, your sovereignty, your action, your decisions. Put them in place, and then you don't have to stand there and watch or stand there and do nothing. But you can slowly cultivate your heart in the meantime. Don't be conscious of waiting for it. You put it out there. And now focus on the task at hand immediately before you, and then look out to your dreams every once in a while and say, I know you're coming. I'm not waiting, but it doesn't mean I'm being impatient. I'm not waiting for anything. I put it out there, and I keep putting it out there from my mind and my heart, and it's going to come to me as I keep my focus here and there. Okay, that's what I'm getting very strongly from Spirit Pisces. So I'm going to draw you a card from Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield, and the artwork is by Josephine Wall. These are not very bendy yet, but I'm going to try. They're newish. A final message and blessing, Spirit, please. For the Spirit of Pisces. People with the heart and spirit and soul of Pisces. Please bestow a blessing on Pisces that they can take away with them from this reading as inspiration, true guidance, and an expression of eternal unconditional love for their souls. Okay, here we go. Feels like they're stuck together. They're just very thick. Underlying is the energy, get to know each other. Learn to meet another's need for love. So you do have some relationship factors here where one is ahead and one is behind. Like I said, the younger person can be more mature, but the older one can provide a very strong sense of nurturing and stability, security, like emotional security, because they're mature too, but they have a different way of channeling their love. It's through maybe more physical, tangible things, and their physicality, and yours is more maybe in your words or vice versa, but you're both nurturing one another. That's the underlying. Now, the actual card we're picking, our main card, ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. So you might think that this younger person, or you being younger, is a detriment when it really isn't. Makes you question the balance of how secure the love could be. And you might need to ask someone's advice or receive this reading as your advice. I say that tongue in cheek, like the messages advise you to feel reassured. Feel reassured in yourself, feel reassured in the process. So I'm going to read this blessing, okay? Ask for help. I want to hold this up close so you can see it. See the love that's in here, Pisces. Okay. Ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. There is so much support available to you. You only need to ask for help, and you will receive it. Let go of fear and pride, as they do not benefit you, nor give you what you desire. Perhaps you feel inundated by challenge. Take a minute to think about what you need support with. Evaluating your feelings will enable you to effectively communicate what you want. Asking for help may seem scary and you may feel vulnerable. There are plenty of people who would love to be there for you. It is not demeaning to ask for help. Strength comes from the ability to recognize your personal needs. Release any feelings around being a burden to others. People love to help others, and it really is helpful and smart to ask for help. A beautiful mermaid sits at the knee of a wise and loving old man. You may recognize the love she feels as he supports the mermaid needs. The yellow reflecting off the water and the mermaid's hair are calling you to expand your self-awareness. It is important to know when extra help is needed. So over here with that shadow work of your feelings, remember, that's what you're doing, a self-awareness love exercise. And please do that and ask for help and receive the support and ignore any jealousy that comes up around that. For being helped by someone. If God helps those who help themselves sometimes, that's the way it is. And someone might be jealous about it, but you can't let it worry you. You're going to receive the help anyway. And you're doing the smart thing. You're doing the smart thing. It's smart and helpful, okay, to ask for help. Love you so much, Pisces. I hope this helps you. Please give it a big thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to my channel so you can get notified of new videos, and share this message with your friends. And leave a comment if it resonated for you. Everything you need to connect with me for a personal reading or to connect to the Mystic Smuggler and the Witching Hour community, all in the links below. So please look those over and connect with us. We love you and we're your family. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Until we meet again, Pisces, from my soul to yours, much, much love and brightest blessings. Take care.